that if we're going to have a light rail system, the fact that it has to be built above ground, yeah, I'm okay with that because these things exist in other parts of the world, but apparently I'm the only one who does.
But it's ugly, Aaron.
Yeah, it's ugly.
But it's noisy,
right,
Aaron. But
right.
It's in my backyard. It blocks my view, Aaron. But you know what I'm talking
yes,
about.
There's a lot of NIMBYism going on.
Yes, a litany of complaints.
So what are we doing now? Well, according to this new study, we're going to do it all underground, which certainly can cost more money, can it?
Sorry, isn't that the metro?
Yes, it's also the metro, but that's okay because this gets rid of the ugly if we put it all underground. Oh, by the way, the price tag, $36 billion.
Is that all?
And that's the price tag today. We all know that in this province, that price tag means nothing because it'll probably double, maybe more by the time it's ever done, if it's ever done. So we wanted to present a take on this from two perspectives. Daniel Chartier is Vice President of Collectif environnement. Daniel, first of all, with respect to your position on this, going all the way back, do you like the idea at one point or not?
The REM was rotten from the beginning.
Okay.
And the mandate given by the Quebec government was trying to make it a better one, but it was rotten. We need another vision. We need a larger expectation. ARTM is competent, but their mandate was too restricted to be able to do a good job. They need to be able to look at other solutions like the pink line, like the tramway, complete tramway system. But they were pieds pointillés in French, we say. They were not able to do the job they have to do.
So you're describing a situation, if I understand it, where you're saying, you just brought up tramway, you never liked this idea for the REM de l'Est from the get-go. What was your biggest objection? Was there one, or you just didn't like the idea in general?
The whole project was rotten. The idea of the REM de l'Est was, from CDPQ Infra, was to get as much clients from the SCM to them to make as much money as they could. So they were next to the Green Line all the way, and they were next to the Rapid Express bus on P9, so they can take a part of that
traffic
that traffic.
Yeah.
So we need a fresh look at the needs from the citizens from everywhere in the region, in the area, and to find the good access and the good modes to do the job. It could be metro, it could be tramway, but we need someone competent like the RSTM to do the job. But they should be able to do that, and they have the money to do that. They have a contract of 38 million today to make the large-scale planning. But the Quebec government say, no, you should, about the REM de l'Est, you should only look a narrow
vision.
Okay.
Yeah. Daniel,
tunnel vision.
What I'm kind of wondering is, it seems to me like you're saying that public funds are going to ultimately be used for private profit here in the end. Is that your concern, that it'll be sold and then privately profited from?
In the beginning, the project was it was a bad apple. And when we look at the report, we could see in the station between where people will come from the REM de l'Est to the metro, there will be some tickets. You should put your tickets, so it's more complicated than normal.
Okay.
Because there will be two operators, and I didn't look at the whole report, but the preliminary report was saying those who will operate REM de l'Est will be other than the STM.
Okay.
It would be probably CDPQ Infra that will come back by the back door.
Okay, Daniel, hang on the line here because you might want to hear what our next guest has to say.
So LUDWIG Desjardins is Acting General Director of the ARTM. He's on the line. Mr. Desjardins, thanks for being here. You heard what Daniel Chartier had to say. How do you respond to that to begin with? He says this was rotten from the get-go.
Yeah, I think it's a good moment to get back to the mandate. We took 1 year ago a project that was developed by CDPQ Infra, Caisse de dépôt, that had major acceptability issues with elevated ways that you know. Also, there were some financial issues that, like what was said before, a lot of the customers from this new project came from the Green Line. So a switch of one mode to the other, that was a big issue financially. So the government and City of Montreal mandated us with, again, some people from the government, City of Montreal and STM, Société Transport de Montréal, to first remove this downtown link and the elevated ways, improve the acceptability in the Mercier-Est sector, which was causing a lot of public acceptability issues, and do a better integration with the subway. So that was the mandate that we received 1 year ago, and we gave an objective feedback to the government and the city about what it would cost to solve this problem. We can get back to the cost maybe a little bit later, but all the costs published today include provision risk, include contingency and financing costs and everything. So that's what's different than when CDPQ Infra was publishing costs. We have to follow the guidelines of the government with the way we do this accountability, and it includes everything. So it's like a maximum envelope, if you can understand.
Yeah, except we all know that in this province, maximum envelopes today are not maximum envelopes by the time a project is completed, which is not necessarily to say that has anything to do with you or the ARTM, but we know how things work in Quebec. My question is, if this was so badly handled from the get-go, the idea that it's going to be now underground instead of above ground, I mean, this was a change made by who? By you or by the original people who presented the plan?
The north line was already underground. The east line was elevated ways, was causing a lot of acceptability issues in Mercier-Est. And if you go further on the Sherbrooke-Est, we at first worked on a mixed project that was underground in Mercier-Est and overground elevated ways in Sherbrooke-Est. The problem with this section was crossing CN tracks, the railroad tracks, crossing gas pipelines, crossing electrical lines. So there was a major integration process and issues. And going underground was not that more expensive than going underground. What is more expensive is the stations. The stations built underground are like 100 million more expensive than the station overground. But the link between stations, since we have to work on the architectural, it's very large structure, and the mode is automated subway without any drivers. So you cannot build it like a tramway, or what you can see maybe in some cities in Europe. It has to be secured underground or on the elevated ways. Nobody can cross the street. Nobody can cross that's what's causing this major cost. To go on elevated ways and underground ways.
Can I just quickly ask? We're going to run out of time, but there's been a lot of questions raised about the necessity now. You know, that our reality has changed in terms of having everything linked to downtown. Is that being taken into consideration as we move forward?
We took in the ridership numbers that you can see in the report. We took we integrated like a post-COVID effect of about 15 to 20% less ridership. So that would be like more long-time ridership problem. Is it true that not everybody go to downtown? That's why we're using like the Green Line as a way to go downtown. And the improvement with the new project is that we work on the project with one line. So a lot of people coming from the east use the new project to go north. About 40% don't go to downtown, don't go on the Green Line and go north, and the other way around. So it's a project that is responding more to like local mobility needs. than the previous project that was more downtown oriented.
Okay, again, I understand these numbers are in your figure, but what we hear from people is this seems kind of silly to have a line out there that covers the east, that covers the north, and doesn't end up going downtown and forces you to get off and then take the green line to go do what you have to do downtown. I'm going to guess, would that have been prohibitively more expensive? What was the rationale for not doing that beyond what you just cited as figures for people riding the bus, for example?
It's not. There could be a downtown link eventually. The difference is that you have to make correspondence. You have to switch on the green line. It's a couple of minutes that people can last. It's true that overall we have less ridership than the previous project because of this switch. But in terms of time, it's a couple of minutes. If we can use the way we see it, it's like connecting a metro line to a metro line. It's like 2 minutes and a half, 3 minutes headways. So it's like somebody leaving like on the blue line, switching at Jean Talon on the orange line and going downtown. It's not that much because you have a very high frequency mode and you switch to another high frequency one.
So we're going to run out of time. My obvious question would be, as you describe this, why not simply extend the metro? Why are we building this at all?
You mean the green line?
Yeah. Why not just extend that line?
It could have been. It wasn't not part of the mandate. It could have been an option for the east one. Not an option, of course, to go north, which is a new line. Now we're giving like an objective view of the cost, what it needs. The government has to make a position on is it financially are they financially capable of financing it, and we're open to look at other options if it's not a good if they don't receive it well. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Desjardins, I want to thank you for the time. We appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
LUDWIG Desjardins from the ARTM. Any more clarity now that this is done? Okay, good.